So what I've realized is within myself and with a lot of people that I've worked with and actually showed this training to, there's a battle every day, right? With your identity, who you're designed to be, and the secondary, right? And that's what I classify as like what the world has created you to be, right? Really, God, right? Child of God. God wants you to be a great father, great leader, great husband, great son, great, wife, great spouse, great mother. He wants you to believe in yourself. He wants you to have great health, right? He wants you to be confident, strong, humble, right? The world, right? The world doesn't like when you live in this, because whenever you're an influence in the world and God wins, they get mad, right? So what the world creates you out to be: lost, confused, broken, distracted, stressed, helpless, angry. The list goes on. These are just examples, right? But anything that doesn't live in line with like you living in the fruits of the Spirit and living in peace ultimately is what I would call, you living in your secondary, where you would be angry. You wouldn't have, good mental health, right? I would think your identity would want you to have like a good mental health, so you can treat your body good, you can treat yourself good, and you can treat other people good. So basically right here is life's circumstances created these things right here. And in my life, right, this is what I've seen, and then also in other people's lives, that low limiting beliefs have played a factor in who they are, right? Generational curses have played a huge thing, the influence around them. Childhood trauma, right? Things that they've went through as a child whenever they were in their development stage. Maybe they grew up and they didn't have a voice. Maybe the reason why they didn't have a voice is because every time they tried to speak up for themselves when they were a kid, they got yelled at. Maybe they were abused. A lot of different things could have happened to somebody. Maybe their parents, right? The child's parents worked all the time. They didn't necessarily have the right relationship with them. Maybe they did have a good relationship. Their life was actually really, really good, but they didn't really teach them any like life skills, so that way whenever they went on in life, they became really stressed because they didn't feel like they were, prepared. Maybe they didn't have a good example growing up, things like that. So the new life, right? And we're going to create some more examples here, but it says limitless belief in God and in yourself. Break your bloodline, obviously being able to break past the generational curses that your family has had in the past. We want to make sure that we're living into something different and we're able to break the cycle. Influential to the world in a major way. So human excellence, right? If you want to really, really, really influence somebody, you want to be the example. Ultimately, you're going to have to become somebody that everybody else wants to be, right? And I don't think that, for me personally, that's like, all with the money and all the cars. I think it's internally like having moral authority, being able to be disciplined, being able to believe in yourself, being able to pour into other people, being able to teach other people how to be loving, teach other people how to be, a great person. So ultimately, like, leadership is super important, right? So in order to become this other person right here, right? You got to have new information, you got to be around new people, and you got to have new experiences. Feeding your body, your mind, and your spirit things that run in line with your identity will give you new information, will put you around new people, and give you new experiences. You're going to have new opportunities. You're going to reach new heights. You're going to live a new identity, right? So daily disciplines, right? So in order to become this person, in comparison to this person, we have to fight off the secondary to live in the primary, right? So the secondary here, primary here, right? There's our daily disciplines, okay? And these are just some examples for me, right? Personal development, making sure I grow every day, whether I'm reading, whether I'm watching something educational, whether I'm doing one of my paid trainings, whether I'm investing into somebody else and I'm able to learn something different, maybe part of my craft or maybe about life, and I'm able to receive information. Cold plunge, right? Making sure you do something hard to embrace uncomfortable situations, so that way when times do get hard, you can push through, power through, and make sure that, you got what it takes to finish, because that's super important, being resilient. Time in relationship with God. I know the vision that I have for my life, I couldn't have created. I had to see it from something else first. And I know, if I didn't do this on a regular basis and spend time with God and have the relationship that I do, I feel like I wouldn't, I'd still be blind. I wouldn't be able to have the sight and have the the vision for myself and for other people, and I wouldn't be as influential, which is important to me. Acts of selflessness and service, right? So it's really important to, and I feel like what I do is in what fills me so much is like I just empty the tank on being selfless and helping other people. Just continuing to put myself last for some reason shoots me up to first. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Exercise, right? Making sure that you're taking care of your body, make sure you're eating the right stuff, make sure that ultimately your physical health and your mental health are in order, so that way you can take on life's challenges, right? Being present with family, obviously in your secondary, that being distracted is something that the world always is. So being able to shut your phone off and put it to the side, stop thinking all about the crazy anxiety that's going on at work, that's going on around here, the bills, all that stuff, and just be present and enjoy the moment. Because moments pass, right? And you don't know when you're ever able to have them again. Be a positive influence, right? In a world of negativity, right? Be the difference. Be something that somebody can look up to and say, wow, I'm glad that they're different. I'm glad that there's something else that I can look up to besides that. Having grace, right? A lot of people, they just don't have grace. They always judge people. They don't understand. They just want to be understood, and they always want to talk and not listen. So making sure you take a step back, you listen to what somebody's saying, and you just make sure that you can just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you grace in the situation. Be loving, be caring, be kind, be slow to anger. All the daily disciplines right here, right? So, quick framework, right? Easy, quick framework. If you were to do these over time, right? And just stick to these things that you created for yourself, whatever your daily disciplines are, right? Your discipline brought into action, right? It's going to create a result, which is going to give you evidence. The identity is real, which is going to cause more belief. The more you do over time, right, you're going to continue to create momentum. Easy formula right here, math formula. Consistency over time multiplied by disciplines equals your identity. So this is what I've done to absolutely change my life in a major way. If you feel like this is something that could not just help you, help somebody else, give me a like, give me a share, show me some love, tell me what stuck out to you. Do something. Anyways, I hope you have a great day.